is everything I read in the month of June with a yes, no, maybe recommendation, and I want to know what you read. Now, there's a golden rule for reading, and it doesn't matter whether you're reading Stone Cold Jane Austen, the Macho Man Cormac McCarthy, or the best there is, was, or ever will be James Baldwin. You have to follow this one rule, and that is, if you are not enjoying it, put it down. And I had to follow that rule for one of these books, so let's get into them. Michael Dillon's We Need to Talk About Xi. This is a really interesting introduction to Xi Jinping. There's not a huge amount of depth to it, but then you wouldn't really imagine there would be. There's some interesting facts in it. It's a maybe. The Sorrows of Mexico. This is written by a collection of Mexican writers. The kind of problem with this is that because there's 7 different writers, you get 7 different writing styles. Some of them are absolutely brilliant and will live with you forever, and some of them are really, really forgettable. So if you're interested in contemporary Mexican politics and history, then yes. Otherwise, I'd kind of go with a maybe. Elias Canetti's The Voices of Marrakesh. Nothing happens. He goes to the shop and he writes some letters and he goes to the market. Nothing happens. It's a no from me. Peter Robb's Midnight in Sicily. This is a real surprise. I've had this on my bookshelf for ages. I feel like I have been to Sicily, and if anyone is going to Sicily, they should definitely read this. The architecture, the history, the music, the politics, the food, the mafia, all feature in here brilliantly. This is a wonderful book, and I very highly recommend it. Lawrence Blair's Patriot. This is a definite yes, a fantastic introduction into the history of the lost countries of Latin America. So many stories that we don't know, that are long forgotten, come up in here. I very highly recommend it. Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson's Original Sin. I did a podcast on this a few weeks ago. It's about the problems that Joe Biden was having with his mental health and the refusal of senior people within the Democrats to even allow people to talk about this, that led to the disaster of him having to pull out of the race really late and Trump then being reelected. This is a wonderful book, a tragic and painful book to read, but I would recommend everyone reads it. And the book I had to apply the golden rule for, where I just had to press the ejector seat on it. I'm sorry, I was just enjoying it so little, was Thomas Williams' The Lost Realms. I really, really wanted to like this. I love British history, and the period after the fall of the Roman Empire in Britain is really interesting to me, but I'm not really into archaeology. And when a book descends, as I see it, into... and then they use these kind of pots, and then they use those kind of pots, and then they had these kind of belt buckles, and then they had those kind of belt buckles, and it just, my eyes just glaze over. It didn't do anything for me at all, so it is a definite no. Leave a comment below to let me know what you read in the month of June, and also let me know if you've read any of these books. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, that's completely okay. And follow Ancient to Recent for more book recommendations just like this.